this meeting, public meeting of the Acushnet Board of Health at 5 o'clock on Tuesday, May 13th, 2025. I am the chair, David DeVignan. I am attending remotely and chairing the meeting for the beginning anyway. If everybody could introduce themselves to the camera.
Tom Ford.
Bob Medeiros. Dave DeVignan on the phone.
Joe Correa.
Wanda.
Kevin Silva is here from S&K Engineering.
All right, thank you, everybody. So the first order of business for this meeting is to reorganize the board. I spoke with Joe probably about a month back about changing the titles that are antiquated, whereas we had commonly a chairman, a clerk, an inspector, and since we now have an agent who does the inspector's work and we have a clerk who does the clerk work, it made sense to reorganize so that we have a chairman and a vice chairman. Whatever the third person's name, title is, it doesn't bother me either way. So with that being said, I would entertain a motion to, I'll make the motion to make Mr. Madeira the new chairman of Board of Health for the next fiscal year.
I'll second the motion.
Roll call vote. All in favor, Mr. Ford?
Yes.
Mr. DeVignan is an aye. Mr. Medeiros?
Aye.
Yes.
So, with that being said, we need a vice chair. If you want it, Mr. Forden, I'm going to fight you over it. If not, the non-appointee is a...
Go ahead.
You can make a motion if you like.
You want me to make that motion, Tom?
Yeah, make the motion.
Make a motion that Dave DeVignan be vice chair.
Did you want me to be vice chair, or how do you feel about that?
I'm fine with it.
Okay.
Because it's really more so to carry on PJ Keating matters that I've been
Right.
involved in last year. So you want a second
I'll
motion?
second.
That's
I'll
fine.
second that motion that Dave DeVignan become vice chair.
So roll call vote. Mr. Medeiros,
Yes.
Mr. Forden.
Yes.
I guess I'm a yes as well. Lastly, we need a motion. I'll make a motion to make Mr. Forden just a regular member.
Right.
From clerk to member.
Second.
All in favor, roll call vote. Mr. Medeiros,
Aye.
Mr. Forden,
Aye.
and I'm a yes. At this point in time, I will turn the meeting over to Mr. Medeiros, who is now the chairman, to proceed with the rest of the meeting.
Just
Thank you.
one other thing that was cleared through the clerk's office, correct?
Correct.
Yes, Joe went to him and researched it to make sure that we weren't
Okay.
violating anything in the charter.
Very good.
Okay.
All right. We'll move on then.
Okay, now, did he open up this meeting?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
We're being videotaped also, David,
Audio and video.
and audio and videotaped. That way they'll all know. Okay, we've got a letter from the community nurses, home care statistics, March through April 2025. Review matters presented, vote may be taken. Yeah, not too bad.
I'll make a motion to file.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Proof septic design for 27 Lisa Avenue, septic repair, Pauline Patterson, prior owner, review matters present, vote may be taken. Kevin?
For the record, Kevin Silva, S&K Engineering. I'm here representing the Patterson family, prior owners to 27 Lisa Avenue, who are responsible for the septic. We're looking for a 5-foot waiver to the rear property line. It's a very tight backyard on a slight angle. The bulkhead throws off the 20-foot setback, so if I were to hold the 10-foot off the rear property line, I would be 5 feet closer to the bulkhead, which would make me 10 feet. This being the parking lot, there's nothing really back here but a parking lot, so a 5-foot waiver made a little more sense to the property owner. I did notify the park department, here's the receipt and proof that it was delivered.
Yep.
If there's any questions, I'd be happy to address
I
it.
think
think
we
that's
went
the-
over that before,
I
Kev.
think that's the way to go.
I mean,
Well, you
there's,
can
there's
take-
no room in that yard at all.
Yeah.
I mean, he's squeezing this thing right in here, you know?
What is it?
Davidson.
Yeah, David's seen it, yeah.
All right. Motion.
Motion.
I'll make a motion to accept the plan as specified with the 5-foot setback.
Second?
Point of order, Mr. Chairman.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, point of order, the motion should be to accept the plan with the variances as listed, although the property line variance is the only one required for the abutter notification. There are a couple of other variances, which is the bulkhead setback, and then the charcoal filter, which is not required for not
Presby.
wanted. Presby.
All right, so I'm gonna rescind my motion, and you can make that motion. How's that?
Okay, I will just simply make a motion to approve the plan with the variances listed, which is 4-foot to 2-foot reduction of groundwater, which is allowed by Presby, approval by DEP. The reduction in the setback to the bulkhead, 4.2 feet, reduction in the property line setback of 5 feet, and the not having a charcoal filter for the vent, which is not required by Presby, not wanted by Presby. That's my motion.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
All right. We're all set?
Now, that's for the variances, you wanna
Yeah,
accept the
that's all,
plan?
he said it in the motion.
Okay. Can't hear too good, I don't know why.
Thank you, guys.
All right, have a good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
You keeping that receipt? You guys want that?
We have a picture of it.
Yes,
That's fine, yep.
Thank you.
Oh, okay, agent update, SEMA Public Health Shared Services update, Joe?
Yeah, so I just wanted to kind of bring you guys up to speed what we've been doing. We've talked about the shared service agreement that we have with Fairhaven and New Bedford. Just wanted to give you a quick update about what's been going on. There's been a lot of things that we do. We meet every 2 weeks as one of the executive board members because I'm the agent in one of the towns. So the 3 agents meet. We have two shared nurses now that have come on board. The coordinator that coordinates the grants and coordinates the 3 towns. And we also have,
Wait a minute, excuse me, is the nurses from our agency or from New Bedford?
no, they're hired nurses that were hired through the grant. They're
Okay.
completely separated from.
I just wanted to clarify, because somebody's gonna
Yep.
say, is that through our agency going and, you know,
We have a little bit more flexibility with them, and we're working on trying to get more and more programs for them to do. And so I was just going to go over some of those quick that we've been working on.
okay.
We have the other part of this public health excellence grant or shared service was to hire a inspector. That would be a shared inspector. That posting is currently up, but it hasn't been fulfilled yet. I know that they have some people on the hook, but most of the people all of the people that we're working with get hired through New Bedford. They're the lead community. So they have to go through their hiring process to do it, and then that's where they also get paid from. So their checks come from them and get reimbursed by the grant. But somebody has to employ these people.
So we don't have no say who gets hired for an inspector?
We most certainly do.
Okay, I'm just wondering.
Yeah, as we do with the nurses, but I mean, it's a pretty rigorous process. And the inspector's intent, the purpose of them is to be able to work in the 3 communities to do food service inspections or housing inspections. That's the main thing, to be the backup for, you know, it's only one person in Fairhaven, there's only one person in Acushnet. New Bedford has 5 of them. So, I mean, it's
Big
gonna.
community.
Right, so I mean, if there's, they'll just rotate through as we need them. And so that's what's on the the board right now. But what we've done so far, what they've done, our shared employees, if you will, is just recently Christy, which is our nurse, our shared nurse, Christy McMillan, she did a diabetes prevention program over at the Council on Aging, which was shared amongst the, it was people from the 3 communities. There was 20 people that completed, she did this, it was over a year time, and they were actually, they worked with the YMCA and even got the people who completed the entire year, essentially instruction and training on how to, prevent diabetes or take care of themselves, actually got free memberships, I think, for 3 months to the YMCA. So that was a pretty good thing.
Yeah.
Again, diabetes is something that's important for all of us to pay attention to, because
yeah.
it can creep up on us.
Excuse me, Dave, have you got any questions so far?
No, I do not.
Okay, go ahead.
As you know, we purchased last year, just for Acushnet alone, we had the sunscreen dispensers. Those got put up last year. One of them was broken. I reset those for this year.
I've got one that's going up.
Yep, so that'll all be good. We are also through, through New Bedford and Fairhaven, able to, with the employees, all of the employees there, offer restaurant and youth CPR and AED training, right? So the restaurants need CPR training, and one of the things that come with CPR training is the choking
Right.
aspect of it, and that's absolutely
The
needed. So,
maneuver.
yep. So the food code requires that.
Who's gonna put that on, Joe?
That's
Nurse?
going to be through our shared service arrangement employees. So it's essentially the nurses, okay, that are trained in that, to do that. They can actually train the firemen if they have to. They're certified to be trainers. So they're doing that. We actually sent out on Facebook, specifically our Facebook and to our restaurants directly, the fact that they could sign up for this if they needed it. And we're trying to do that.
It's a good
Yeah,
thing.
we're trying to do that in all the communities, all directed at all the, this is for all the communities, but we renew in January, New Bedford renews in July, so we're sending them out at different times so that the owners of the restaurant can see who needs it, doesn't need it, and also give the ability to get the people that are working there.
Now,
extra
if
people.
the restaurants decide to do this, where do they meet, in New Bedford, Acushnet? Like our people in this town, where would they meet in New Bedford to do this
It
process?
would be New Bedford, yeah, it would be at the New Bedford
It
Health
wouldn't be like
Office.
at the fire department or something like that?
It depends upon as we go on, but it could be.
Yeah.
All right, but right now it's not scheduled that way.
Okay.
It's scheduled with them. But I mean, if we got more people, then right now it's kind of shared amongst everybody, and that's where they do it, is over in the city. But they have no problem doing it over here. Like I said, we brought people over to the Council on Aging to do the diabetes prevention. There'll be things that we do over in Fairhaven, where Acushnet residents will be able to go. We do that. That's one of the other things. We do that with the car seat safety checks. We do that in all 3 communities, but all 3 communities can go to each individual car seat check. Also, each of the 3 communities can contact us, and we'll get you in contact with the people and have your car seats checked. We'll set up an appointment with one of the nurses, and it's actually just more than the nurses, just some of the health workers over there that will come to town and or have you go to them and check the car seat for free. We continue to do that.
Yeah.
Continue to do the blood pressure clinics over at the Council on Aging.
Now, when is the blood pressure clinics, this way, we're on camera, so people can hear it, and if they want to go to a blood pressure clinic, they can?
So it's through the Council on Aging, and it's at various times.
I was gonna say, is there specific times for this?
There's nothing
Or
specific.
just a walk-in thing?
It's generally a weekly thing, and it's best to just reach out and talk to the Council on Aging on when they're gonna be there.
Okay.
let's see,
So if they want to screen in on blood pressure, contact Council on Aging.
yep,
They'll give a specific time.
on when the nurse is gonna be there.
Yep, that's good.
Because we actually do, from time to time, we still do work with the community nurses
Yeah.
for Fairhaven, and Maura also goes over there. So there might be, two different times in the week that we're doing it.
Yeah, that's good.
It's
We're,
good.
we're,
It's a good program.
yeah, we're really trying. We've, through the coordinator, through our Gina, who's our coordinator for the shared service arrangement, we've been able to, which was something that I used to do, but we're able to get back in communication with the American Red Cross and start our blood drives back up again. And now we're actually setting them up so that we'll have them in 3 communities at the same time, and we're advertising that. I know Gary's got it on the bulletin board already, on when we've already got the dates set on the blood drive. The 3 different blood drives, our Acushnet blood drive is on the 29th, and it's at the Council on Aging.
Of this month.
July 29th. The Council on Aging, which is great, we're back in the Council on Aging, which, I mean, the American Legion was awesome, we were over there, but there's just more room over at the Council on Aging, so we're back over there again. Lauren, the Council on Aging Director, is awesome, she's helping us out too.
Yeah, but if you had it at the American Legion, you can go have a beer after you give blood.
And that'll be a free beer, right, Tom? Don't they give
Could.
you a drink or
Could have
something?
done that.
You could, but I highly, it's really not far away,
No,
you can still go.
it's still going.
He still can go.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, don't you, when you give blood, I can't give blood because I take high blood pressure pills.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if you give the blood, don't they ask you if you want like a drink or something?
Yeah, you get drinks and cookies
See,
and,
that place would be fantastic, have a beer after.
Yeah.
A shot of whiskey, whatever.
I don't drink whiskey.
I'm only kidding.
What
do you think, David? That's a good idea?
I don't, give blood, that's what I say.
Give
Whatever you do
blood.
afterwards,
Give blood.
it's up to you. And then just right now, we're working on the fact that, we've already reached out to the Apple Peach Festival.
Yep, I was
And-
just gonna mention that.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I'll leave that alone.
Yeah.
We're working on, getting out to all, and we did this last year where it's a Southeastern Massachusetts Health Collaborative. And we try to go to as many, fairs that we can go to or expose ourselves, and then, so we're working on getting.
We found you a space at the Apple Peach Festival, so the people that attend will be able to get all of their information.
Yep,
They'll be passing out pamphlets and
Yep,
different
we get-
information, so anybody that wants to know all about the program is,
yeah,
of course,
we have
welcome to come to this year's Peach Festival, which is gonna be on September 6th and 7th.
September 6th
So-
and 7th.
They'll have a table there and put you in the corner somewhere, and we'll get you there.
Yeah, awesome. The thing is,
Well,
it's
Just
just,
not much.
it's health promotion.
Yeah,
At the
it's
end of the
great.
day,
No, it's a
we're
good-
doing all different things
There's
in
plenty of
regards
room
to.
up there, they always can put you in the center of everything and everybody can gather around.
Yeah,
you
we'll
know?
find them a spot.
Yeah, we do, like, we've been doing they're working on maternal health, that's a new thing that they're really trying to promote now. The nurses are developing a program for that, where they're gonna go out and help, to be able to help the mothers, the new mothers out on, anything and everything maternal. Which will probably, by that time, that'll be developed more than it is now, which will be something that I'm sure will be at the Apple Peach Festival. We got the tick keys last year, which went flying out, how to pop a tick off with this little key. It's really a great thing. We're gonna do tick removal kits this year, which is a little bit more to it, where it's a whole kit, in a bag so that you can,
Have it tested.
Is this
Yeah,
through,
tested.
is this through all that grant too, all this
Yep.
kits and all
not
that?
costing the town any money.
Oh, that's good.
We got the sunscreen dispensers, but we also did the small sunscreens, the individual sunscreens for people. What they do is they work on putting all this stuff together in a little package, and we sit down, when they go over to the tables, they talk about what they can do to help protect themselves. I think we're getting sunglasses too, is another one that we're gonna do. which is a great thing because a lot of people tend to just go to us to get the sunglasses because they lost theirs, they forgot them, and then we get that opportunity to have those conversations about anything from diabetes to, you know, tick-borne diseases.
Yeah,
We continue to go down that road.
That's good.
it's a great program. Yep, great, all right, well,
Dave, any questions?
No questions.
all right,
Okay.
a motion to place that on file, and Joe can keep us updated for the next meeting.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
All right,
Motion
Aye.
passes.
great.
Okay. We got some minutes to approve.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
I have a couple of comments on one of them. I don't think I read it, so I just read them today. It's only because it's the PJ Keating matter. Let me find which meeting minutes those were. There's 3 of them here.
Right, the first one's PJ Keating to provide board with updates, blah, blah, that's the first one, December 3rd.
Okay, December 3rd. So I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes with just a couple of minor changes that I'm going to say right now. After the first paragraph where it says nobody should be chose to speak about any issues instead of choose.
Okay.
And then the second one, Mr. Fortin took over the motion. It should be Mr. Fortin made the motion. The next paragraph down.
Mm-hmm.
And then the same one on the next paragraph down, Mr. Fortin made the motion, not took over the motion. With those 3 changes, I'll make motion to approve the minutes.
All right, I'll second that.
All in
That's
favor?
only you and I, Dave. Bob was absent on
Yeah,
Okay.
all in favor?
that. Aye,
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. I was absent at the time.
I'll make a motion to accept the January 14th minutes.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye,
Aye.
Motion passes.
and I'll make,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll make a motion to accept the February 25th meeting. That was all of us were present, I believe.
Yeah.
Get a second?
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye,
Motion
Aye.
passes.
next meeting?
To be
You guys call
Why
it.
don't we hold, I'm not sure where and what's going on with you, so.
There's a approval in this one.
Put a tentative on whatever one you pick, because I gotta check my schedule.
10th or 17th?
That's it.
10th or 17th?
Probably the 17th. Why don't we make it the 17th?
What would be the time? 17th, I have.
3 o'clock.
What's the,
As long as it's 5 o'clock, I can do it. If it's later, then I might not be able to make that one because I have something at, I think 6 or 6:30, I forget.
Yeah, let's hold it to the 17th, and if there's an issue before we get to that, we can make a
I
change.
may not be around in a while.
Yep, okay.
So,
So
I mean,
let's,
if I'm okay, I'll be here,
all right.
but if I'm up north, well, you
All
know,
right.
I ain't
Yep.
gonna be here.
So June 17th at 5.
At 5?
Well, you gotta make the motion.
It's up to them.
I'll make a motion that we have it, set the next meeting for June 17th at 5 o'clock.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye,
Aye.
Motion passes.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes at 5:25.